Katie Price, the resilient British media personality and former glamour model whose life has been an open book of triumphs, heartbreaks, and unfiltered candor, recently laid bare her deepest frustrations in a raw and revealing podcast episode that has sparked widespread empathy and debate. Speaking candidly with her sister Sophie, Price delved into the emotional turmoil of feeling sidelined in decisions that directly impact her children, a sentiment that cuts to the core of her identity as a mother. At 47, with a career spanning modeling, television, authorship, and advocacy, Price has always worn her vulnerabilities like a badge of honor, but this latest outpouring reveals a woman grappling with the erosion of her maternal authority in ways that feel profoundly unjust. The conversation, which unfolded in the intimate setting of her podcast, a platform where Price has long invited listeners into her unvarnished world, began with a simple yet piercing admission. "When you have got a child, right?" she started, her voice carrying the weight of years of navigated co-parenting battles. "I don't know the right word, but say like with your kids. If you had someone dictating what your kids do and they won't give you a say, it's like talking your mother's instinct. Your mother's right." These words, delivered with a mix of defiance and sorrow, encapsulated the essence of her grievance, the insidious way external influences can undermine a parent's innate sense of protection and guidance. For Price, motherhood isn't just a role. It's her anchor, the constant through the storms of public scrutiny, financial ups and downs, and personal reinventions. This isn't mere venting, it's rooted in a very real and ongoing feud with her ex-husband, Peter Andre, the Australian-born singer whose smooth crooner image belies the complexities of their shared history. The pair, who rose to fame together in the early 2000s through reality TV and tabloid headlines, share two children: Princess, now 18 and blossoming into her own public persona, and Junior, 20, carving a path in entertainment. Their marriage, a whirlwind of passion and media frenzy, ended in 2009 amid allegations of infidelity and irreconcilable differences, but the co-parenting arrangement that followed has been anything but smooth sailing. What began as cooperative efforts to shield their kids from the spotlight has devolved into a series of public spats, with custody logistics, career choices, and personal boundaries becoming flashpoints. At the heart of Price's current anguish is her exclusion from key milestones in her children's lives, most notably Princess's ITV reality series, The Princess Diaries. The show, a coming-of-age chronicle that followed the young model's journey toward adulthood and her 18th birthday, was a celebration of independence and family, yet Price was conspicuously absent. Reports suggest she was barred from participating, a decision that stung deeply and prompted her to retreat rather than confront the exclusion head-on. "I chose to go away to avoid having it rubbed in her face that she wasn't invited," she later reflected, the pain evident in her recounting. For a mother who has documented her parenting journey so openly, from the joys of first steps to the heart-wrenching decisions during her children's health scares, this snub felt like a deliberate erasure. Price's podcast remarks extend beyond this specific incident, touching on a universal truth for divorced parents: the dilution of one's voice in a shared custody dynamic. "It does hurt my feelings because I am their mother and I will also be their mother regardless," she asserted, her tone a blend of fierce pride and quiet resolve. "People who make money off them will come and go, yet your mother will be there forever." Here she draws a sharp distinction between fleeting influences, managers, agents, or even extended family with agendas, and the enduring bond of maternal love. It's a poignant reminder of her own upbringing, marked by her mother's unwavering support during Price's rise to fame, and a vow to extend that same constancy to her brood. The feud with Andre has simmered for years, fueled by contrasting parenting philosophies and clashing egos. Andre, now remarried and building a stable family life, has often positioned himself as the steady hand, emphasizing structure and privacy for their teens. Price, on the other hand, embraces a more bohemian, experiential approach, encouraging her kids to chase dreams in the public eye while sharing the unpolished realities of their lives. Tensions boiled over recently when disagreements arose over Princess's career moves and Junior's forays into music and acting. Social media became a battleground, with subtle digs and passive-aggressive posts amplifying the divide. Price's podcast served as her reclaiming space, a platform to articulate what tabloids often sensationalize without nuance. Yet, amid the anger, there's a thread of hope in Price's words. She acknowledges the complexity of blended families, the way love can persist even through conflict. Her relationship with Andre isn't one of outright enmity. They've co-parented through crises, from health issues to media storms, and share a mutual respect for their children's well-being. But the podcast revelation underscores a deeper need for equity. For mothers in particular, to have their instincts validated rather than overridden. Price's story resonates with countless women navigating similar post-divorce landscapes, where societal expectations still tilt toward fathers as decision-makers in high-profile cases.